Welcome! I didn't see you come in. My presentation and my research paper is going to be on how Leonardo da Vinci was pretty much the poster child of Renaissance humanism. Now you might be thinking to yourself, Leonardo da Vinci, isn't he the one who made the David? And what's humanism? Is that just the study of being a human? To that I say no. Before we even begin on Leonardo da Vinci, we first needed to explain what humanism is. Revel Discovering the Humanities defines humanism in a glossary as the art and literature of Greece and Rome. Leonardo da Vinci obviously didn't live in Greece and Rome, but, however, there was a revival around the 14th, 15th, 16th century, 1400s, 1500s, where they went back to that classical tradition. A textbook, Discovering the Humanities, also is quoted as saying, Renaissance was an age of intellectual exploration in which the humanists strove to understand ever more precise and scientific terms the nature of humanity and its relationship to the world. Art at this time became way more logical, and artists began using their knowledge of math and science and learning more about math and science to better their art and reach their potential, to their fullest potential, which is what humanism was all about, reaching your full potential as a human with your knowledge. That brings us to Leonardo da Vinci. He was born in 1452 in Florence, Italy, or more specifically in Chio, Tuscany. The History Channel describes him as a painter, architect, inventor, and student of all things scientific. He started painting and stuff under the apprenticeship of Andrea del Verrocchio at the age of 15, and is best known for paintings such as the Mona Lisa, The Last Supper, and his scientific sketches. Talking about his science, Leonardo da Vinci was a genius and a huge man of science as much as he was a man of art. He took great interest in science, especially the human body, which he used to better his art, but we'll get to that later. The textbook, Art Throughout the Ages, is quoted as to saying, although Leonardo may not have been the first science of the modern world, he certainly originated the method of scientific illustration. It also elaborates, saying that he pretty much paved the way for drawing anatomy and stuff, such as cutaways and exploded views. His sketches, such as the infant in the room, are so accurate that it could still be used in science book today, which is crazy considering he lived in the 1400s. All of his knowledge on science and everything he learned, he put directly into his art. All the art and all the science from the previous 2 centuries were leading up to what he made. As Art Throughout the Ages says, the 2 major trends of the 15th century painting monumentally and mathematically ordered space at the expense of movement, freedom and movement at the expense of monumentality, and controlled space are here harmonized and balanced. He basically took everything people were learning and balanced it in his paintings, which is what made him so incredible. In pieces such as The Last Supper, he used perspective and vanishing point to put the attention on the most important figure, which in The Last Supper was Christ. So how does this all fit together? Well, like I said, humanism is studying sciences, studying mathematics, and using this to reach your fullest potential as a human and reach your fullest potential in art, which is precisely what Leonardo da Vinci did. He studied sciences, he studied mathematics, he studied geometry, and put it all into his art. In fact, he has stated in his notes as saying that all of his scientific investigations were merely aimed at making himself a better painting. He was such an incredible painter that he paved the way for science and art to come, and is still seen as a genius in today's time. Citations. Insane.